The stories you are about to hear are written entirely by an artificial intelligence. Watch this cast try and make sense of it all.
We named all of our freckles.
No.
That's a lot of names.
I have one right here.
I don't want that kind of baggage, to be
Right?
honest.
Either here or here.
Yeah.
Freckles a lot of
But I have one.
Inside?
Yeah, I don't
No,
want to
like
have to
right
name
here.
them. Oh, that's where I have a freckle on one of my ears. I don't know which one, but it's
That's a
like
stud.
I
It's
have
right
it.
here.
Yeah. I have it like
Yeah.
dotted next to it.
Oh, dang.
You want to see my ears? One of them's a different shape.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
I look in the mirror and I go, oh!
No, you. Yes.
Stop. You're gonna make this man like Van Gogh himself.
Oh my god, wait, I like
Oh
this.
yeah,
my
that's
You
God.
should change your name to Vincent then.
Welcome, imbeciles!
Huh?
I know you are all here for a reason. Vincent, Angela, Lindsay, Cooper, Alex. You are all here because I've invited you here to read my mother computer's excellent writing. Here is how this game will work. Cooper, reader number 1. Angela, reader number 2. There are 5 rounds of appreciation. For each round of appreciation, you will both be given one prompt. A prompt with words of inspiration that Mother Computer has been given. At the beginning of each round, reveal one prompt from the top of the center pile. I call it the inspiration pile. And on your sides of the table, there are my Mother Computer's writings. What I call story piles. Taking turns, you must each read your stories to this loving audience I have curated for you. After each story has been read, this panel, Vincent, Lindsay, Alex, will vote individually on who told the best story. At the end of the 5 rounds, one of you will be declared winner. But that does not matter, because the ultimate winner is Mother Computer.
Okay. So his mom wrote it? We're reading his mom?
That's all I got out of that. Is that this is his mom's deal.
Well, I hear reader. I hear.
Now, imbeciles, do you understand the rules of the game?
Yes.
Excellent.
God.
Simple enough.
Okay.
Begin the first round
Okay.
of
So.
appreciation.
Sorry. Okay. So I'll flip the prompt, and because I'm reader number 1, and I flip the first thing, and then you're reader number 2. You go ahead and get yours done first.
No, I think.
This is my favorite dish for when I have to wake up early in the morning. There are only 3 steps.
First, you put in 3 eggs. You throw in a tablespoon of 2 of salt and 1/2 teaspoon pepper and mix, but mix it well. You will see that the egg yolk will not separate, and it takes a minute or 2 to start forming. You then whisk in vinegar and pour the egg mixture into the pan. Then you throw it in the oven, usually bake it at 375 Fahrenheit for 7 or 8 minutes or until it's done. This is when the flavors come together in a beautiful way. That's my breakfast. I think it is an amazing dish for when you don't want to wake up to eat breakfast. Or when you go to work. Or when you're trying to get your brain back in sync. That's pretty much how I do
I
actually.
often need to get my.
I
brain
love
in sync.
vinegar.
I don't
I
want to
do.
wake up.
Vinegar and egg. Vinegar is an acid, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that freaking sucks.
That's probably why it doesn't separate, right?
It
Or
doesn't separate. Wait,
is
the
that-
yolk?
Yolk.
The
there's-
yolk
right?
doesn't separate.
The
Yolk.
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 Well, that was interesting. Very intriguing. I'll tell you right here. This is my favorite dish for when I have to wake up early in the morning.
I'm ready.
It's only 3 steps. First step is to chop the garlic and set it aside. Put out a pot of water for your chicken thighs and cook until they're brown all over. Add in your chicken breasts and stir all of the ingredients together. You can stir anytime from now until the meat reaches your desired flavor depth. On your scale, this recipe says to cook until you get your desired flavor depth of 6 to 7 minutes on your meat thermometer. After you add the vegetables and stir to combine, you're ready to eat. If you don't like garlic, you can remove the garlic cloves before you put the cooked chicken back in the pot. Be warned that garlic is really good at killing off many types of bacteria, so if you don't like garlic, remove when you cook the chicken.
I actually didn't know that garlic is.
Vinegar's really good too to kill stuff.
Yeah, and
Is it really?
if you use
What have you killed with vinegar? I mean, well, that doesn't sound like breakfast to me.
It's flavor depth.
Okay.
This is breakfast.
This was breakfast.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
And the yolk
breakfast
did not separate.
Yeah. That's got yolk, and yolk is like breakfast.
Okay, when's the last time you put egg yolk in an oven?
When's the last time you woke up early in the morning and was like, time to fry my chicken thighs?
What even is flavor depth?
Okay.
or meat thermometer.
Do you desire flavor depth? Because if you do,
Just because
then-
you say flavor depth
Okay.
doesn't mean it's super deep.
All right,
How-
trust it. Flavor depth.
Explain though. What is
Well, here's the thing. It's like when something's really good, it just keeps going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How long?
6 to 7 minutes.
Oh,
But this
of
one
flavor
was
depth.
7 to 8 minutes.
Oh, for real?
So, I
So
got-
that's
So
a
that's
deeper
more
flavor.
flavor.
Yeah.
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 Huh? I mean, I don't have a yolk.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! The first round of appreciation is over. Now, panel, you know what you must do. You must vote. Begin the vote.
I mean,
I was gonna say this is a tough one, but it's not
Yeah,
really.
yeah, definitely. It's not at all. I think.
No.
On the count of 3, shall we?
You say the winner on 3?
Right? Yeah, I think so. Right. That's not. Yeah. More.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know what I
Sorry,
did.
that could.
It's the flavor depth.
Honestly, your point made
No,
perfect
no,
sense.
no, no, no.
You go first.
Oh, keep it up, guys.
All right.
Congratulations. Now begin the second round of appreciation.
Sorry, I flipped. Sorry.
You can throw the ones that you've used behind you. You don't need to clutter the table.
Behind you.
Well,
How? It's so simple.
sorry.
see, this is why we didn't vote for you.
Yeah. Well,
That had nothing to do with it for me. I'll be honest.
Can we flip? Are we flipping?
I'm flipping it, and now you go first. Wait, can we flip?
Begin the second round.
I love that guy. He sounds pretty hot. I mean,
This one trick.
cool. Sorry about that.
This one trick will make your salads taste better than ever before. You wouldn't believe what it is.
Ranch dressing.
Oh.
Here's how to transform an ordinary plain tomato dressing into an amazing salad dressing that makes your salad taste like you just had it with homemade dressing. This is super easy to do, and you can make it in just a matter of minutes or less. It only takes 50 minutes to make from prep to serving so that the salad dressings have time to marinate so that you have a smooth, creamy, and healthy dressing after you make your salad. Before you begin, make sure that you have a non-stick salad plate. Soak your tomatoes and cucumbers in a cold water pan. Half an inch or less, preferably, that way you really... And then you drain it and rinse well. Set it aside. Okay. Wash your basil leaf well and pat dry. Place a few leaves on a clean worktop and rub them with oil. Now set them aside. Wash and dry your tomatoes. I use fresh tomato slices. They don't need to be soaked though because tomatoes are already wet in their nature. Dry them well and place them in a bowl or pot. Then add your spices, which you will probably already have on hand. I use whole red chili flakes. Usually get 5 for under $5. Ugh, whole red curry powder. I buy them at the Indian and Thai restaurant and stores, but they don't like me. Garlic powder. Salt, pepper, cumin, cayenne pepper. Stir them around until the spices combine and the mixture is evenly combined. You can also let the sauces sit in the fridge for 5 to 6 hours, but don't overcook it in the fridge. It's best to do this in late afternoon or evening so all the flavors blend. Serve immediately or refrigerate for up to a week.
Cumin.
Cumin.
That's what you got out of that.
Cumin. Yeah.
Those tomatoes.
Okay. Well, they may be called crispy, but they are not really crispy at all. They don't even have the slightest bit of tang to them. They just have a nice crunch, which makes them crispy, but they don't do any damage. Why is that? Well, they aren't really in a crunchy state like a chicken. That's not the reason for the tang, though. This is not about tang. It's about crispiness. And here's the secret. Use high-quality fresh ingredients. Fresh herbs, fresh vegetables, garlic, herbs, fresh peppers, salt, spices, herbs. It doesn't work if you're using cheap ingredients. That might not have tang. Sorry. That includes the canned vegetables, canned beans, dried beans, canned peas, dried beans. Yes, You cannot use anything you would normally purchase in the grocery store, such as tomatoes, to make food that was not prepared in the kitchen. This includes things like dried beans and dehydrated vegetables. The law says that all food prepared in such a way that it creates off flavors in the finished food, and that any such off flavorings are not allowed in the finished food. A person is only punished for selling food that has off flavorings if the products sold are processed in such a way that the products have off flavors. Do you get it? However, the law does not state what these off flavorings are.
Sounds like the off flavorings are left in the fridge for a week.
Okay, here's the thing. She put dry beans in it. Oh, whatever.
No.
No, that's what you don't put.
I heard that the second time, but then I heard wet beans the first time.
Yeah, you want wet beans. You don't want dry beans.
How can you?
don't
You
wanna use
always
cheap
want your
ingredients.
beans wet.
Okay,
Yes.
so do you want to have a recipe where it's like, oh, yeah, well, don't use cheese?
This is the best recipe because it told you everything not to use. Yours just told you what to
That's
use.
true. Man, I was rooting for you too there for a bit, but I have to agree with fresh ingredients a little bit.
Yeah, farmers markets, growing them yourself.
Huh, interesting. Soak your tomatoes or cucumbers in a cold water pan.
That
Tomatoes
takes
and
the tang
cucumbers.
away. We're talking about
that's
tang
true.
and crispiness. You don't want a soggy tomato.
Then how come you don't have
Question.
And crunch is different.
What's a non-stick salad plate?
It's just a
All
spoon.
right. It is time to begin the vote. Who deserves the second point?
This one actually is a tough one, I think.
The thing is, for this one, there's spices are good, but for a salad, that is way too many.
That's true. And
That is a
he said,
lot.
what, five?
Yeah, and he
Five
was like,
peppers?
Don't.
He did get them for a spanking deal, though. Okay, I don't know. Do you guys know who? This was actually tough.
Yeah, this is hard.
Hopefully, it'll keep getting harder.
You'll see.
Jeez.
That was just.
Oh God.
I love him.
All right, I think I've got mine.
I think I got mine.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Well, it's not a total loss. That's a finger over there.
I'm jazz fingering.
Got a little bit of jazz. Woo! And that is a host point. Oh, dude.
So that's what I get, huh? That's what I get.
Yeah, a point. Yeah.
Get the recipe because you liked it so much.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll grab that later, actually.
Groceries.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Angela has 2 points. Cooper has 0. There are 3 rounds remaining. You better do a good job with this next one.
What
Okay,
happens to the
I will.
loser?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we.
Guys, I really don't want to disappoint him. I basically worship him. And by basically, I worship him. So
Okay, so
but like, come on.
Begin.
Guy.
Begin the 3rd round.
Ah, my ankle just popped. How do you scramble an egg? The unfair advantage. I call hoax.
He knows how to do it.
This is how you do it. It's, you know
know
what?
how to-
Go ahead, read it. Read it.
It's opinionated. Let's see.
You know what's
this
happening.
is how you scramble an egg. How do you scramble an egg? This is how I do it. The method I use, which I use when I scramble eggs, is to lightly rub down the top of the egg with oil. No need to spray.
Whoa.
And then,
Getting close.
and then, when you add a little water into your pan, add your egg into it. Then when the egg whites are at the right temperature of your pan, place it on top of the egg white, which is about 4 to 5 inches from the bottom of the pan. Are y'all getting that?
I'm getting that.
Okay, okay.
Visual, Jose.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Then, well, you try to catch up, yeah. Then when the eggs are at the proper temperature, take the pan off the heat, cover it, and let the egg stay at its original temperature for about 1 minute. After that, quickly, slowly, as you go through the egg's rise, begin to move the pan to the hot side of your stove. Don't let it touch the fire. Don't. Just let it sit there. Once the first round of eggs looks very soft, slowly start adding the rest of it into the hot skillet, turning the heat up the further you go. Stir the mixture often until all of it comes together, and when the egg whites start sizzling, allow the mixture to cool for a few minutes. Then turn the heat back down and let it cool for another 5 minutes. So you have to separate the egg, like in my recipe,
Right.
The yolk.
Before,
like
right?
the yolk
We've
from
had a
the-
precursor.
from the white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try to follow.
And then you whisk them separately, and then you put them together, and you do it again.
That's really good. Actually.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of steps, but it also feels like that's the right way to do it.
The most important part is rubbing it though at first. Like you have to rub it.
If you put care into it, then it fluffs better.
I think you're incorrect. How do you scramble an egg? I just heard and it sucks.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, but this is better. This is how I do it. First, a good measuring cup. I use a cup that's 3.5 inches in diameter and 6 3/4 inches deep. It will come out with very little mess. The size of the cup will determine the amount of water which you will add to your eggs. I typically add to mine about 1.5 cups. I do not add water in small amounts. I only add large amounts of water. Only enough to get it past the threshold though. 3.5 cups would probably be good though. I use a whisk attachment to add water. First time, it took me a while, but that was only because I didn't use, I was a little bit too impatient to wait in line with my little cup. As long as you don't make a mess, it's fine. Make sure you add water just enough to add more water than is in the original egg. If you want to start over, add the water, you'll lose a little bit of its texture. Add the eggs and stir. Don't get all excited though, it's just whisking, all right?
Whoa.
I'm getting excited.
I wasn't excited.
What line did you have to wait? Why did you get impatient in line?
No, I get impatient because I'm trying to whisk and it's just not breaking the yolk when I go like this with my whisk attachment.
Yeah.
That's why you separate them.
Where did you get your whisk attachment?
When I was at whisking.
Attached to your hand.
Yeah, I'm feeling like there's like a bar
Or to
here
your elbow.
and the
Yeah.
whisk.
Like I'm thinking
There's like a
about you
leather
whisking
strap.
it.
Oh, I
and
feel like there's a conspiracy to make me lose 3 times and make Daddy compute.
I voted for you last time.
Oh, you did?
No, I think that's really cool though. Like
not
if
getting
you
about this
had a
stuff.
whisk attachment.
Bottom line, attachment or no attachment, you put too much water in it. It sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's really water.
3 cups of water is what you said?
That's like water.
I'm sorry, have you guys never heard of
Hydro eggs? No, I haven't. I don't need so much water in there.
Buddy, keep it up. I don't know if I can explain this to you with your little brain, but eggs already have water in them. What do you think the white part is? You're just adding more.
That's why you don't
You
need
just add
more.
water on everything. Soggy tomatoes, soggy
Oh my
eggs.
god.
I said you don't have to rinse the tomatoes because they're already wet.
That's
they're
true.
soggy.
That's
They're
true.
already wet. You like wet ingredients.
Oh no! Keep finding little things to prick me for, but that sucked.
Okay, I will agree that both of them didn't sound very good. All right.
Well, that's a little bit strong.
No, honestly, this is like separating and then like.
I'm not sure that's what it said. I kind of just made
This
it up.
could either be really good or really bad. Like it's either way above my pay grade of like Chef Ramsay cooking eggs, or it's actually horrible and I'm just
But
not.
I do love the egg.
Yeah, that's true. I do love the caressing and the caring
Yes,
of the egg
so
first.
You are like, don't get
it-
too excited. It's only whisking.
It scrambles at the end.
Yeah, well.
Wait, didn't you say not to scramble yours at the end?
All right, everyone.
Back.
It's time to vote again.
Okay.
It is the end of Appreciation Round 3. Make your vote.
Okay, that was a
I will count down.
meeting. We both count down.
Oh yeah, let's do
I'll
a team
count down from
countdown
3,
just to
you
show
count
that
from
we're
1.
all in good spirits.
Okay,
you
wait.
know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3,
1,
2,
3.
1. Oh my God! Guys, I thought we were gonna conspire.
I was with you.
I thought we were
The
conspiring.
attachment.
Listen, the thing is that eggs are really unsanitary sometimes if they're not cooked the right way.
But I put water in it.
That's true. Oh my
Let's
god.
eat eggs.
Oh man.
Do you want to keep this great recipe?
No.
Actually, I would like to just for later,
But next week,
No, no.
let you try it.
just if we ever get out of here.
You just want to throw it.
We're not getting out of here.
Well,
Wait,
we have
what?
class.
We're totally not getting out.
This is pretty tight though. Like that guy's. Hey!
Yes?
I love. Wait. Okay. I still want to be weird about it.
Dude, he likes you the best.
Actually, I have a question.
That's why you're losing.
What is your question?
Where did we go for the restroom? You didn't really clarify the living situation
I
here.
think you just go.
Living?
Yes.
Oh,
you have it.
sick.
We were kidnapped.
There is a receptacle in your holding cell.
Okay.
Holding cell.
okay.
And
So we'll
we
get
were
to check
given
that out later.
diapers.
Holding cell sounds tight, honestly. Yeah.
Wearing.
I win.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. Definitely.
Enough chit chat.
I'm on it. I would never.
Begin the next round.
I got you.
Next round.
that is
What kind of
interesting.
mysterious things could his mom have written about this? I didn't write this, by the way. His mom did.
Yeah, mama computer.
So
That's- yeah, okay.
Don't judge me that bad.
Still judging.
I really like to spice up my coffee in the morning. The morning I started with coffee, my friend's dad was in the office and I was in the kitchen making a bowl of macaroni and cheese. And I just thought, this is so awesome. Why am I having to make macaroni and cheese every morning? He was like, well, everyone has to take a couple of minutes away from making their breakfast to work on something. I was like, it's really nice to just have that moment. I love my dad. When I look at him, I see the image of the crazy uncle. If you can't accept in your life, please leave me. If you can't accept me in your life, please leave this girl and come to me. If you can't accept me in your life, 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 if you can't accept me in your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again,
Over.
his mom,
Shucks.
but I feel it. Yeah.
It shows.
I really like to spice my coffee in the morning, okay? I really like to spice my coffee in the morning. I am a coffee lover. This is what my morning ritual looks like. My love for coffee is one of my most cherished qualities. I am a coffee lover. This is what my morning ritual looks like. I'd say he'd been drinking coffee before he started drinking coffee. What was this thing? What was this thing? What? I had this moment. Why? I'm so angry. That's why. That's why. It's because of a few bad dudes that got involved. I've always been attracted to women like those. Why have I never gotten the chance? That's what makes me sad and mad. It seems silly to think about it, so why am I not doing anything different now? I'm sorry, I'm coming out right now. But we're all human beings with emotions, and we all have different opinions. I just hope that someday, that one day I can be who I am and do things my way.
All right, woman who sat next to me in Tallahassee bus station. Oh, sorry. Very good.
I clap for my own coming
Yeah.
out.
Hey, fair enough. Self-clap.
Huh.
And neither of you spiced up your coffee at all, it sounds like.
Okay, I had trauma with my dad, crazy uncle.
I think that's just.
I don't like that you're eating mac and cheese that early, and I don't like that your dad looks like your uncle.
Listen, I'm straight up not even spicing it up with ingredients. It's with the mood.
Fair enough.
Is coffee a drink,
I
or is
think-
it a state of mind? I think we can all clap for this.
Dude, but you're okay, right? Like, that seemed very intense.
Yeah, that was definitely a spicy situation.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's cool though, because it's macaroni and cheese in the morning, and
Right.
he's like, you gotta do it, and I was like, for sure. But he does look like my
You know,
crazy
you
uncle.
don't have to do
Probably
what your
his
uncle
brothers.
says, right?
Yeah.
It's my dad.
Oh,
And I
okay.
do have to do what he says.
Okay.
And all I'm gonna say is if you don't vote for me, you're not accepting me.
I
in your
voted for you
life.
last
Okay,
two
but I
times, so
definitely
I
just
don't
came
really-
out.
If you're
So
not-
if you don't vote for me,
That's true.
homophobic.
Yeah, exactly. We're kind of trapped on this one, I hate to say that.
Also, you said if we don't vote for you, like, we can't accept you in your life, and like, we have to leave, but we can't.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Yeah.
have to accept. I don't know.
So we do in theory,
I
but
think,
also.
I think that I can accept you in my life and also not vote for you at the same time.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm taking two roads at once here.
Huh. I wish I'd thrown my
roads.
paper away and then I could find an interesting thing to sway the tide, but I don't think I can.
All right.
Oh, run away.
Ooh, pre-throw. I like that. That's confidence.
You know what?
It is time. It is time to vote. Start the vote.
Got to count.
Count.
3, 2, 1. I'll keep it up. Oh,
I changed teams.
teams.
I'm just kidding.
I
This is my
changed
real team.
teams.
Okay, no.
These are my real
Let's go.
We're the
homies.
You're a team?
No, all three.
Yeah, we're a team.
Whoa, that's blatant. That's
we're one
blatant.
team.
Unbiased. You
Okay,
can't kill me 'cause
okay. Begin the next
You
round.
didn't deny it.
Begin the final round. The winner is not quite decided yet.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Oh, that's
I lost count,
votes
but I
to
think
one.
it's like 9 to 2.
one.
This easy to make food will delight any guest and can be made with ingredients you already have in your house. Doubt it. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. Have you
I
seen
do
my
not
page?
have many ingredients in my house.
I have none.
Peanut butter and rice.
Egg.
Liquor.
Jack
Got
Daniels.
some ice in my
Yeah, I got some.
refrigerator.
Are y'all
Guys,
ready?
sorry,
To this-
sorry,
No,
sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. Y'all can talk. The main features of this simple recipe are, 1, this dish can be made ahead and reheated, and the food is also perfect the next day. So college students, perfect.
Okay.
2, there are no special ingredients to use. 3, this recipe is very easy to make. 4, you can use any ingredients that you already have in your house, such as your pets.
No.
5. I'm kidding. 5. The cooking time is around 10 minutes. 6. If you don't like to use spices to make this dish spicy, then you can use less than 1/2 tablespoon. 7. Make it for your family or for a friend. 8. The food is suitable for every kind of meal. And 9. Easy instructions on how to make the recipe. 10. Cook to your preference. Enjoy!
You just described food.
I have a question.
That's the perfect meal.
Prepare the meal.
You make it ahead and reheat it.
Wait, wait. What is it in this case?
I think a dog.
The meal.
I think it's talking about how like you can eat anything that you want and that you shouldn't like confine yourself.
Guys, I think this is
just one sort of
this is like that computer's idea of what nourishment is.
Yeah. You can eat anything
This
you
is
want.
definitely them trying to figure out how we consume
They're
things.
trying to connect with us as humans.
They're gonna dissolve us with vinegar and eat us.
They're gonna make vinegar people
I'm not them.
and walk around and be like, I am making food for a college student and I know it's the best.
They heat it.
He
It's
smells like vinegar. No, you don't
He's
smell
one of
like
them, he's a prototype. Actually, I'm sorry, we can't be divided now, guys. If we don't have each other, we're not gonna
Divided
make
like
it.
the
It's just a really good
egg,
cologne.
like the yolk.
Guys, we can't divide like the
Oh
yolk.
my god.
We have to stay together. If we don't have camaraderie, we have nothing, okay?
Okay, back off, Angie. I'm sorry, that was a little bit.
Yeah, that was
No, it's
that was
okay.
heated.
Okay, I just got mad because I thought you were gonna eat us, and whatever. All right, this one's for you. Enjoy this easy-to-make meal every week. Ingredients: dairy-free, soy-free, GMO-free, refined sugar-free, gluten-free, yeast-free. Preparation makes about 14 servings.
Air?
I think
water?
not. I think
Water.
Water.
It's water. It's water.
Guys, it's
you just
not water,
described
man.
water.
At least mine you can reheat it.
you can eat water. It's not water necessarily, guys, right?
No, that sounds like water a lot.
Water's
I
your
think.
favorite
Whatever.
ingredient.
It makes 14 servings, so.
It's super healthy.
I think yours just kept going and going. Mine got to the point.
That's
Got
true.
me there.
He
Alright.
did get there quick.
Panel, vote for the winner of this final round of appreciation, and I will decide who wins this game.
So what are we even here for?
Yeah.
We've been kidnapped.
No, he said not trapped. Right? Well,
Yeah, he said not trapped.
he
I
said
think.
trapped not.
I heard him
Here-
say that he trapped
by
us, but he
choice.
immediately corrected himself,
I
so I
mean,
think we're
I
cool.
think it was a typo,
Yeah.
but out loud.
A speako.
A speaker.
It was a speako.
Bico.
So,
So, go ahead, vote. See what's up.
So, do you want water or a deep breath?
Water or
well,
yeah,
this one can be spicy.
that's true. Yeah.
Spicy, so some hot air. So,
I don't think that's air. You can
Like
make
a
it.
fart. Yeah.
You
like
can
You
make
want to
it
eat a
with
fart, guys?
I feel like that gave me a lot of freedom,
Yeah.
and yours was sort of confined.
It's like even if you eat chips for every meal, like that's okay. It's food.
I know what you want.
What?
Water.
Yeah, it's true. I do want water,
you
but
wanna go to-
But
you
the thing
said
is,
yourself
like,
that
this
it's
can be
not
water as well.
I said
Whatever you
maybe.
have.
This can be water as well. This is like,
I was being suspicious. It's water.
I don't, oh, so now the truth comes out.
Yeah,
it's water. Probably your
Salty.
tomato-soaked water, I bet.
Yeah.
Tomato juice.
Yeah, you've already had some tomatoes soaking up in there. I'm
Okay,
sure.
okay.
I know how your kitchen works with a line waiting out the edge of
like a
it.
cumin.
I specifically said the tomatoes don't get soaked, but keep it up with those jokes.
I mean, just take all your water and put it in your eggs.
Yeah, true. It's probably some egg water is what it is. Who knows what you're reusing
Water
your water
is
for?
good.
Begin the vote.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I think this is quite clear. 3,
3,
2.
1.
1.
Oh my gosh, Alex, you could have saved Lindsay. Alex, on this one. Okay.
Sorry, I was confused for a second, so I just went with what felt right.
Woo! I'm feeling the denim on my hands. I'm getting mad. Okay.
Congratulations are in order.
See?
Enjoy your victory.
We
For
won.
now,
We won?
we all know who the true winner is. That's right, Mother Computer. Thank you for helping us with our research. Return to your holding cells, imbeciles.
I want to get mad, but.
I will see you all next time.
Oh, we get to check out the holding cells.
Wait,
One more
you
question.
think they got water in there?
Probably not.
And fart. farts too. So
Reheated farts.
I don't want tap though.
No tap water.
We got Brita.
I don't think we're gonna get water.
You have Brita?
Dude, I need some water, no tap.
Hey,
Like no
I
tap.
appreciate the votes. I appreciate it.
No.
Oh wait.